Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I wanted to give you an update on my 2021 Ultimate TBR list, which is a list of books that I set that I want to read in the year 2021. I did pick 21 books. I was that person 100%. And I have read some, so I wanted to kind of update you on what I have read so far and what I still need to read, which is kind of a lot. So while I have read some, I also haven't read some. So this is the spread that I put in my reading planner. I did like a little rainbow burst, if you will. So each one of these little rays has a book written in it. And when I read it, I color it in. So as you can see, I have a couple here that I've read, but definitely not as many as I would like to. So I'm just going to update you on what I've read. Okay, so we're just going to start from the top and kind of go around. So the one that I read was American Royals by Catherine McGee. Loved it. Super fun. Listened to it on audiobook. It was a 4-star read. It was great. I also read Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger, which is the first book in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series, which is a middle grade series. Absolutely loved that. I gave it 5 stars. I'm super excited to read the rest of that series now, but I did read that one. I also read The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker, which ultimately was a disappointment for me. I think because I hyped it up too much in my head based on what everybody else was saying. I really think I had too high expectations going into that one. So I gave it 4 stars. For most of the book, it was a 3-star, to be honest with you. And then the ending kind of bumped it up to a 4 because I did like the way it ended. But it definitely wasn't something that I was completely obsessed with and I loved so much. It wasn't that for me. And then I read The Hating Game by Sally Thorne and loved it. I was like, that's one that I was obsessed with. I loved that book. I gave it 5 stars. That was like, I was living for the hate in that book and then the hate to love and just, I loved it. There were a couple scenes that I thought were a little bit weird. The main character Lucy just kind of bothered me a little bit in a couple of the scenes, but overall it was just such a fun book. And I read Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Loved this as well. This is one that I was nervous going into because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. I felt like this was something that could have been hyped up way too much, but no, I got it. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was beautiful and the writing was stunning. I felt like I was there in the marsh with Kaya, and I like that it shocked me as well. There was a shock factor in it that I was not expecting that I absolutely loved, and I thought it was great. Okay, Educated by Tara Westover. This is one that I enjoyed. I gave it 4 stars. It wasn't as good as I feel like a lot of people thought it was, maybe. I did listen to it. It was great on audio. It was a very interesting story about Tara's life. There were definitely things I enjoyed more about it than others, but it was a very interesting story and I enjoyed learning about her journey and where her journey ended up taking her ultimately. And my heart did break for her in times as well with some things that she went through with her family. So it wasn't like mind-blowing to me, but I did really enjoy it. Okay, All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. So I marked it off because I did read most of it, but I DNF'd it. I did not enjoy that book at all. I thought it was so boring, which was a shock to me because so many people love this book. It's like one of the ultimate historical fiction books. And so I thought I was going to love it too. But I thought it was boring. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care where they were going. I mean, I was over 300 pages into this book and then I decided to put it down. So, yeah, like I gave it a big chance, like a big old chance, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I was like, this is not even going anywhere. I am more than halfway through the book and these characters have not even come together yet. Like, I'm just really starting to not care. Actually, I didn't really care throughout the whole book. So yeah, I marked it off because I read it, but didn't end up finishing it. That's it. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's 7 out of 21, guys. Actually, that's not good. I have 14 books to read. I will say, as of this moment in time, like by the time this video goes up, I'll be done. But I am reading All the Ugly and Wonderful Things. So that's in progress right now. And I do have a couple of these books that are going to be coming up that I will be getting off of this list very soon, because some of them are going to be in my next round of 5-star predictions. So that's going to help with that. So I'm going to get all of these read this year. Like, I don't have an issue with that. I just, we're halfway through the year and I've only read 7. I'm only a third of the way there, basically, if you want to look at it that way. So I need to keep going on this and making some more progress. But like I said, a couple of these are definitely on my next round of 5-star predictions, and one of them is currently in progress, so that's good. So basically, I need to keep this list handy and be looking at it every month, because I am spending the second half of my year just mood reading only. I think the only obligations I'm going to be reading are going to be my 5-star predictions that I'm picking myself. So if I can kind of try to work some of these in there, that'd be great, like I am for the next round. But other than that, I need to be looking at this list and saying, okay, am I in the mood to read any of these right now? Let's see. The BookTube spin is also helping. If you have not heard of the BookTube spin, this is something that Rick McDowell is doing. I will leave his announcement to his first one that he did earlier this year, and so you can get the details on what it is. But basically, he is asking you to pick a list of books or pick a stack of books, and then he will spin a wheel and pick a number, and then whatever number book correlates on your list is the book that you read, and you have 2 months to read it. So he's doing them periodically throughout the year. Now, I'm using this list for the BookTube spin. So every time he does one, I pick from this list. And basically what I'm doing is, I only have 21 books here. So when he spins, I will start from the top and I will count how many books until I hit that number. And if I've already, I've read these 2 right here, so I will skip these 2. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would skip the ones that I've already read and just move on to the next number for the next one that I haven't read. So that's what I'm doing with this. But for the BookTube spin, I've read American Royals and Where the Crawdads Sing. Those have been my 2 picks so far. And then this most recent spin that he just did, he did it a little bit early, so he ended up doing 2 numbers. And for that one, I have 2 on here that I picked for those numbers. One of them is Lock Every Door by Riley Sager, and the other one is Lightbringer by Claire Legrand, which I'm really excited about because that finishes the trilogy for me too. So that's exciting. So those are going to be 2 that are coming up as well that I'm going to read for the BookTube spin for this next round, which I have 3 months to read those, so I have some time. So that concept is also helping me get through this list a little bit as well and helping me keep them in mind. But yeah, so definitely something I could concentrate a little bit more on, even though I have one on the go and then I have a couple more coming up here very soon. So that's good, but it is something that I need to pay a little bit more attention to, I think. And, ultimately by the end of this year, I really just want to have all of those colored in. I think that would be fantastic. So we're going to try to get that done. But that's how it's going so far. I'm exactly a third of the way through it. Got some coming up here soon as well, and then I just want to make some more progress. So I just wanted to update you on those. If you want to see my full list of what's on here, since I did not go through the entire list today, I will leave my original video down below explaining what is on this list and why it's on it. And you can watch that and then see what else I still have to read, minus all those 7 that I just talked about. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.